Hello everyone, happy Friday, and welcome to the Stream of Consciousness. I am Dichotomous Prime, aka Vince. I am a West Indian bi Canadian tabletop game creator. I do cultural consultation, sensitivity reading, and mechanics and narrative design in the tabletop space. As you can see from the title below us, we are continuing our playthrough of Dishonored 2 today, continuing with the Royal Conservatory level. Restarting kind of a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, because I have discovered a thing called Missions Plus mode. Let me turn down the gain on my mic just slightly, because it looks like I'm peeking into the red just a bit. Good? Yes? Alright, cool. But yes, I hope that everybody has had a lovely week. If you're doing the 9 to 5 grind thing, welcome to the weekend. I hope we can get you kicked off right. Hey there, Follow My Blade. Nick, how you doing, my friend? I hope you have had a lovely week, and we can get you kicked off into the weekend on the right foot. Everyone else who's doing the gig economy thing, I know how that is, and hopefully we can give you a little bit of a brief respite before you hop back in the Uber, do all of the commissions and the art type stuff, and otherwise do what it takes to survive in the capitalist hellscape that we find ourselves in. Let's see. Getting started right off the bat with some cool announcements. Chilling, just stopping in to say hi real quick. Got my nephew over, gonna do the Dark Souls 3 DLC. Woof, that is... I don't know how old or how young your nephew is, but that's definitely some hardcore bonding. Not only Dark Souls 3, but the Dark Souls 3 DLC, which, that gets pretty... Now, is it Ashes of Ariandel or the Ringed City? Because Ashes, you can kind of manage. Ringed City gets nasty. But I hope y'all have a lovely time when you get to it, and thanks for stopping by for however long you're here. He's 10, gonna do Ashes first. It's like, this kid's gonna learn today. We don't screw around when it comes to video games. Also, holy crap, this is the first time that I've done a stream with my glasses on in a while, and the bright lights are making it very clear that they are dirty as hell. There we go. Okay. But yeah, so it's probably a little bit more of a chill stream today. Last week was, well, pretty intense. It was the first stream in a while I did some intense homework and note-taking for, and today's been a little bit of a brain fog day, not gonna lie. Hence why I don't have the Gojo eyes out quite as brazenly as I have recently. And yeah, I think we're just gonna do some exploratory kind of hanging out. We'll go through the different like lore and everything, and just yeah, we're gonna try out Missions Plus mode because it's super cool. Basically, once you beat the game, you can do any of the missions you want with all of the upgrades, like the power upgrades unlocked, and you can choose like your masterwork upgrades and just generally pretty much customize your experience. It's really good for challenge runs and speed runs, and I was kind of getting tired of like going back and picking different things in terms of items. Hello everyone, looking sharp. Those glasses, they look new. It could be the light. No, these ones I've had for a little while. I just haven't worn them on stream for a little while. But hello, and welcome on in there, Health Pack. Let's see, getting ready to leave work, so I'll now be lurking. 100% valid there, Jess Pack. I hope that you have a safe drive. 9 is healthy, welcome on in. Happy Friday to you as well. Yeah, so... Today I'll probably be a little bit more laid back than my usual analytical self, though you know I'm gonna bring you all that good design and nerdery and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna be having a good old time as per usual. Exciting announcements. I am going to be part of a charity stream for the first time next week with the incomparable and inimitable Brito, who, if you aren't already following and you follow this channel, you absolutely should, because they are super awesome, super talented in terms of graphic design, art, musical theater, in which they're knowledgeable like a motherfucker about all of that wild detail, and just generally a pretty amazing human being. They are holding a Dead by Daylight tournament next week, from the 29th until the... How do dates work? Next week, from the 29th until whatever the end of the week is, for 6 days. I have never played Dead by Daylight before, so this weekend is going to be the Rocky training montage in which I learn how to play Survivor as well as I possibly can, because that's going to be benefiting the Stop Asian American Hate campaigns. There are a couple of different ones that Bree has linked. I will do my best to get a link up to the associated Twitter after this stream. Oh, I did Zach's last year. That's absolutely right. That is, yeah, that is my bad and super embarrassing. We did Fuck Cancer Roll Dice with Tiebreaker last year. This is probably my first video game charity stream. That's probably why I was thinking of it. But thank you for the reminder. But yeah, so that's gonna be pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to that. It's also, let's see, for video games, I think it's because Twisted's been on with us playing Monster Hunter before. Nova's been on with us playing Monster Hunter, but I don't think that I've played like two or like more than one person together on a stream game before. So that's gonna be interesting to try and figure out how that's gonna work. Anyways, chaos will ensue 100%, and I'm super looking forward to it and supporting an awesome cause. So I will have all the promotional details up after we are done streaming today, and hopefully I'll be a little bit on the ball, a little bit better for the upcoming week. What that does mean is that I believe I'm gonna have to double check the timing on it, but I'm reasonably sure that means that rather than this stream normally, I'm going to be doing the charity streams next week on Monday and Friday. Sorry everyone, I'm a little bit of a mess in terms of dates and information today. Like I say, there's a reason why this is a little bit of a chill stream today, because the brain, she ain't doing maybe top percentile work today. That's what the extra caffeine is for, honestly. But yeah, so the usual stream of consciousness stuff, reasonably sure, is going to be subverted for us to be doing cool Dead by Daylight stuff. And who knows, depending on how much I like it, we might maybe perhaps turn that into a semi-regular fixture, because a lot of the friendos are playing Dead by Daylight, and I want to play with more of my friends on stream. So that would be super, super cool. And speaking of playing with friends on stream, this may be stuff I can't talk about yet, but you may or may not get to see some more stuff in that direction coming up in April. So yeah, but yeah, you know, we can just keep it between us. No one's got to know about that quite yet. But yeah, how's everyone else doing? I hope that y'all are having a lovely week. I know it's starting to get warmer where I am, so we're just trying to do the same usual. Everyone's trying to be safe. Everyone's trying to cope with the panorama that we find ourselves in. The vaccinations are rolling out, and just generally taking care of ourselves and taking care of each other. This is the first week going back to the gym that we have kind of reduced capacities, and also I go at like 11 p.m. at night so that no one is there, and then I sanitize any and everything that comes within like a 6-foot radius around me. But yeah, that was interesting. Luckily, my cardio is not nearly as bad as I was expecting it to be. Don't get me wrong, it's still bad. It's still not super great. But it wasn't horrible. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting reacquainted with my friend the Heavy Bag, which is desperate. Like, most of the things I've managed to accumulate equipment at home that I can do stuff, but like deadlifts and the Heavy Bag are pretty much the two main things that when I'm not able to do, I desperately miss. And like, it's always nice to just be able to like get the hand wraps together, get the gloves on. It's very relaxing. It's very meditative. So, yeah, I was really excited to be able to get back to that. It's always an adjustment. Any kind of change to my routine usually is, because ADHD is always a hassle to deal with. Let's see. Gonna lurk while we game. Good luck. And good luck to you as well, Nick. I hope you and your nephew have a lovely time playing Danky Souls. Okay. Let's see here. I think we're going to start loading up. And captions are still okay over there. Excellent. Let's take care of the music, because that's going to be substituting out for Dishonored music momentarily. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Perfect. Let's queue up the BRB for later. There we go. Oh, excuse me. And making sure everyone can hear everything okay. Might turn that up just a little bit. Turn this up just a little bit. Bingo. Okie dokie. Oh, wait, okay. No, I went to the wrong mission. Okay, cool. We'll back out of it. I have multiple different files going now, because Missions Plus is like a different mode than the usual, which is very interesting. Like, it takes a full save slot for it to actually, like, take care of it. Let me just... Yep, no, I screwed up trying to kill that guy stealthily. Let's see. Grand Palace. So let's just go to the main menu. There we are. And load. And then, so this is pretty cool, because technically we were on high before, so, you know, we'll do that. Causes witches to flee, wolfhounds to flee, so you basically just get to pick your loadout, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna go Insistent Gentleman for the pistol, moss dust wrappings, because we love ourselves some some extra stealth, occult kiss for the weapon, silenced grenades, which is always an interesting idea. Difficulty, slow time, enemy perception, normal, mana replenish, elixir strength. That's all good. Okay, cool. Now, this is gonna suck if I have to pick all of my bone charms again, because I thought I had that all set up, but apparently I did not, so that's real interesting. Because I know that I'm flat broke. That's the one thing that I do know about this. So let's just...
There will be a grand guard presence
outside. And I think
outside.
that we did the first section of the game before. So as you can see, I've got all the powers. They're all maxed out. Yeah, I need to equip all my bone charms, which Nice thing is that I have all of them, so I can just pretty much pick them. But then also, if you've ever crafted them to where they have 3 or 4 traits or whatever, it is, you just pretty much have to do it all over again. So let's see here. What's the fleet fighter? We definitely want that. Cause good Lord knows I desperately need more help being stealthy, because that I am often not very good at. Craft bone charm, sacrifice, that, aquatic nature, assassin's fortune. Yep, that works. That works. So any of these, luckily I have a bunch of these traits already, so it's just a matter of sacrificing them to get the extra raw whalebone so that I can then craft more bone charms. Electrical burst. Now the ones that I want, okay, want the one for doppelganger. Falling star, want that because I suck at holding on to my mana. Healthy appetite, yep. Hot cocktail. Can eat mana, yep. Though we will definitely try to avoid eating the rats, as 9 has requested. Resilient allies, they have more health, and that's not super needed. Spiritual sacrifice. Honestly, the health related things I tend to be pretty good for, because I think I mentioned in a previous episode, a lot of Dishonored 2 is like, at least in the way that I play, it's usually either I'm totally okay and the enemies haven't spotted me, or I'm utterly fucked and it's working out poorly, essentially. So a lot of the stuff that is, how shall we put it, like durability related things, I've never found to be especially useful. Oh, shadow, yep, that's what we need. And then Swift Stalker, we definitely want that. Let's see. Oh, Squishy Robot, thank you very much for the subscription. I appreciate you, and welcome on in. I hope that you are having a lovely Friday. And, of course, your support is very, very much appreciated, as is anyone who decides to drop by our humble little corner of the internet. Let's see here. So we got Vengeance, Void Favor. That's one I definitely want. Cornered Animal, Expansive Spirit, already got that. Fading Light, Whirlwind. Is there any other stuff that I want to just regain health during Shadow Walk? Solid Landing, Separation Trauma, Lucky Jam, Life Bond. Yeah, we're gonna sacrifice that. Okie dokie. Let's see. Wind Blast. Yeah, I kind of want to keep that. Faster adrenaline accumulation. I don't really use that a whole lot. I'll be popping off and on. 100% valid. Enjoy your lurk and hanging out. Is this your first time watching or playing Dishonored, or what's the sitch? What's the deal? In either case, I hope that you enjoy your time with us today, as usual, and I hope that you will be back. Okay, so blood sacrifice, we definitely want that one. Animal possession, and then, okay, so we're gonna go craft with 4. Hopefully my luck holds out and we don't get a corrupted bone charm right off the bat. And we'll go strong arms. Come on. Big money, no Emmys. Big money, no Emmys. Sick. Okay, cool. Let's see. I do want a restoration charm. Yep. 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 And... yes. Okay. This one is almost essential enough that I'm okay with dealing with it in case I get a corrupted one. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see, because I think there's also... did I already sacrifice Bitter Blood? Because we want... Fencer, Ground Glider, rather. Resounding Shriek, Robust... Shadow Embrace. Okay, I think we've pretty much... that one can come in handy sometimes. I don't use Mesmerize a whole lot, but, you know, if I ever decide to do a playthrough that's more Shadow Walk Assassination, restores some health, that's not bad. Alright, so let's equip some stuff already. So we got that, we got that. So we got that for all of my movement, making me faster. We got that for all of my mana. How much? I have a whole bunch, so yeah, we could definitely do something for health restoration. Healthy appetite. Yeah, we might actually, because I can't go in and out, right? For mana, where is the one that lets me... oh, or is that for swarms? So we'll sacrifice Robust, and so we got Robust, we got Healthy Appetite, and then swarms are always a good source of health-related things. And you know what? Sure, that'll work. Excellent, and still no corruption. All right, let me scroll up here because I don't want to miss the... if people are kind enough to follow, I don't want to miss it because I was in a place in Streamlabs to where it wasn't notifying me. Okay, cool. So we have, let's see if we're covering all of the bases. We've got health restoration, we've got mana restoration, we've got speed and mobility, we've got more speed and mobility with that. That is super helpful. Expansive Spirit is super helpful. Let's see. And then I think we've got some stuff for weapons as well that we want to... and then maximum health. Craft bone charms. Assassin's Fortune. Yeah, okay, cool. So incendiary bolt radius. We definitely want lucky needle. We definitely want... we want more ammo for that. Boom. Beautiful. Okay. And then if I find that I need a bit of a boost from other stuff, then we can absolutely craft more stuff then. Okay, cool. Let's rock. Nah, you didn't see anything.
Better search the place.
Let's pop on dark vision. Because I'm also not gonna have... I have no money.
Anybody?
I have 2 kids and 0 money. I do not have
Place. I don't have time.
0 kids and 2 money. Let's see here. So how about... Oh, wait, there's one of these. Now, how big of a radius is this?
What was that noise?
Did you hear that?
It's not a good radius at all if it's exploding in my face, is the issue with that. Okay.
Come on.
I'll find you, you know.
One howler, you cross them all.
Are you still in there? Like, are you in the house and talking shit right now? I mean, okay.
Don't you know
No
who's
use
looking
hiding.
for you?
Show yourself.
Now, I think she shouldn't have survived that fall, so I think we're good. And we have the shop.
Greetings. Welcome to my shop. Say, an acquaintance of mine is supposed to be home.
I think we got that last
It's a
time.
pleasant surprise to see you in.
And then I have, like, no money. So... yeah, because those are super expensive. So I do know how to rob the crap out of this guy, but I don't want to do it quite yet because he has... oh, come on. Oh, no, geography. Okay. Yep. He has a bunch of stock that I do want from him. And if I get him the item from the museum that he wants, he will also give me money before I take the rest of his money. So, we want to do that. There's an order of operations. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I've only got 1 Addermeyer solution, so we will use that up. And we are going to go... I don't know if I want to use my fancy stuff yet. Because we can...
Whatever's happening, I'm ready.
wow, someone just died somewhere that I don't know where they were. Yeah, don't worry about it. I don't think there's anyone else coming up here. And the elite guard does have a bit of money on her. Okay, cool. Grindstone, copper wire. Okay. More copper wire. And I don't think I have a rewire kit, so overcharging the wall of light there is no point in doing it right now. So I think, well, first and foremost, let me loot you. No pistol bullets for you. Another Addermeyer solution. More pistol bullets. Now, this is an interesting question. he's got a tripwire right here. I'm wondering how good the AI in this game is. But, and also how specific the hitbox for this is. Because if there is a way for me to... Let me... Because if I blink... Because that's on the other side of it. So let's open this. So I haven't tripped it yet. That's still armed. So what happens if I make some noise over here and I wake him up? Will he trip his own tripwire? That is the question. So let me get something I can just throw. Is there something tall that I can jump on top of? Hey, that sounds loud. Go check it out. Science! I didn't do it. Look at you. Alright, cool. Alright, that was interesting. Anyways, so this is the thing we learned about before. Brianna Ashworth is trying to corrupt the Oracular Sisters using bad magic instead of good magic.
Something is happening that I don't understand.
Okay. I think that's largely everything in here, except for maybe some food, but I don't super need it.
Subtle changes to the types of proclamations they've been making.
Oh, silver urn. I will take that. Thank you very much. Anything else valuable in here? Thank you.
So Vice Overseer Byrne thinks Ashworth is interfering with the Oracular Order. If true, it's another reason she has to be eliminated.
Interesting if true. And it is true, so. Health elixir, bullets. Okay. So we've got the shop over there. I'm not going to have enough money to buy anything significant from them for a little bit. At least until I do some work here. And by work, I mean larceny. And there's this person. More food, don't need it. Nothing in here. Not quite at the level where I can just... Oh, right, the witches are down there. Forgot about them. It's okay, we'll tend to them in a moment. Okay, so...
Of course, I gathered them at dawn. When else? I've got goose flesh all over my arms. She's the only one who knows how to gather black mandrake root.
Okay, so let's do the old classic. Well, here. I'm not at full mana, so I don't know if I want to completely...
Air feels...
Let's see. Because you're not looking. You're looking over there. So, bada bing, bada boom. And I'm Batman. Cool. A little bit of mana back. Love to see it. Oh. Misjudged that. I am getting a little bit better at knowing the geography, though. And also, far reach does appear to just overall have a greater reach than blink. Which I suppose makes sense based on the name.
You look great. Enrico said to give you his regards.
That donkey-faced cretin can open his wrist.
Okay.
Did you bring me something? The silver cigarette case, like we agreed?
No, listen, I won't steal anything else. I'm lucky to have room and board at one of the finest places in Kern.
And we're not gonna let this happen again. So, how about we do a little bit of editing on the procedures that are going to happen? You are going to go to sleep.
Ashworth is somewhere inside the Royal Conservatory.
Oh no!
This is the Duke. You must all know my voice by now. A new empress sits on the throne in Dunwall. Our rightful ruler, Delilah Caldwin, the first of her name.
Oh god, someone find out what happened down there.
There are some traitors
Make sure you watch out. Let's see, how close can I get all of you underneath this?
We'll give it to them, no matter how many of you I have to sacrifice.
How about...
To the bitter end.
That sounded like broken glass.
Yep, come on. Broken glass needs investigating. Can't just leave that.
What's going on here?
That's serious. Or not. You could just... Cool. Alright. How about this? Is this lethal? Nope. It's just annoying, apparently. No? Okay. It's just obscuring. Might just be a stealth thing. Oh, cool. I got my sleep dart back. Look at that. Smaller carbon footprint. And then there's that whole building. And I think I'm on high chaos, so there's not a worker who will be cleaning in here.
Nobody there.
And you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. And normally there would be a cleaner back there, but there's not. Nope, nope, come on. Open. Open says me. This is what we want. Perfect. Okay. I think I have looted all the lootables, though let's check in here. Oh, dang, okay. I didn't know that I could go up here. That is useful should I decide to do a non-lethal run. So it's interesting because you start noticing that there are specific NPCs who are alive versus not alive, like not even named NPCs, but like the person who is normally, there's a guy on low chaos who's doing some sweeping up back here. On high chaos, the witches have killed him, and let me actually go down here. I'll just show y'all. Oh, wait, no, there are guards right there. Don't want to go there.
You ask me. Must have had a thing for each other.
Now, I want to see... I'll get back to that in a moment, I swear. Nope, can't get there. There we go.
We tell ourselves we're keeping it together, but everyone is afraid of what will happen.
And I'm out of those, okay. And yeah, bend time takes up a lot of mana, which, I mean, to be fair, makes sense. But yeah, so there's an NPC who's normally cleaning up back there, and the witches here have killed him and like stowed his body in a dumpster on High Chaos. But it's kind of cool that it's not just like, oh, look, we generated some corpses randomly. It's like, oh, no, you've actually, like, there are specific people who would normally be here, but instead they're dead or they're somewhere else. Like, it's kind of cool. It's a nice little detail. Okay. And I don't need the runes, because I have all the powers, but I could use the ammo from the traps. So I'm going... Or I don't need the ammo from the traps. That could also be a possibility. Could use the whalebone from the runes, though. And I think, and if folks remember from last time, basically, for those of you who weren't here last week, because we did get a little into this mission, is that Brianna Ashworth is essentially a rich socialite in a pretty, like, Victorian-era misogynist society where she would have just been married off to some banker without any kind of, like...
Look at you.
Without her having any say in it. But because she... Let's see. So... Bone charms, craft, sacrifice runes... There we go, and now I have a crap ton of whalebone. And then she basically met Delilah. So then they got to doing witchy things, and the rest is history. So yeah, that's kind of the situation with that. Already got that. Restorative Glimmer. I'm wondering if these stack. I don't actually know whether or not this makes me move even faster if I'm, say, in stealth mode. Let's see. Exploding bottles. My grenades already do a fair bit of damage to everything except for, like, robots. Which we already have ways of dealing with robots, so... do I have anything else for just powers? Because I do want more stuff. Now, I would love... So, the fact that you can use these abilities more than once, like that's one of the upgrades, tells me, or at least seems to indicate, that they do in fact stack, but I don't know for sure. Suppose we'll find out. Okay. And I might put together a bone charm for just like specific enemies. Okay. But yeah. It's kind of like... This is one of those things that I feel like the game introduces a lot of these elements of, like, well, these people did these things because of the pressures of the life that was imposed upon them. Like, Brianna Ashworth, much like, you know, many, say, cultists in real life, decided to join whatever cult they were in because they had a lack of connection in their real life. But the game never really confronts the nature of, say, like, overarching sexism in the entire game, for instance, and the fact that, like, oh, maybe if this was not the case, that, like, she wouldn't have had to, or she wouldn't have felt as tempted to... Out of here, you. she wouldn't have felt as tempted to seek after this manipulative figure in Delilah Copperspoon, or the nature of what we talked about last week in terms of, you know, what's the term I'm looking for? Power imbalances and coerced consent, resulting in, like, Delilah Copperspoon having all of the motivation to do what she did and seek out the outsider. Really? Was it the fact they're on fire that gave you a hint? Alright, where are you? Oh, it's on the other side. Okay. Is this flammable? It is flammable. Excellent. Well, we can do something with that. Yeet! Is that gonna catch on fire? No? Okay. It really is just a tiny sliver of health. Which, I mean, to be fair, if they had it regenerate a significant amount of health, that could get broken really, really quickly, especially if, like I seem to suspect, each of these can actually stack if you use them up to 4 times. Is there one actually in here? Oh, nope. There's one somewhere over there. Okay, cool. Let me just... Another thing is I almost want to just, like, study the paths through here in case, for instance, I want to do a no powers run at some point. Because, you know, one of the things that's incredibly well done about this game is that even if you don't have stuff like Far Reach or Blink, and you do want to do a no powers run, hey, Vandalism, you can. Like, all of these areas that I've been able to get up to are reachable without supernatural powers. It's just a matter of you will need to time everything a lot better to make sure that enemies don't spot you, because you can't do it instantly. And just, yeah, a lot of those kind of different things. Okay, so... interesting. So... Oh, are you just on the floor? Okay. What do we got? Clumsy assassin. Okay. Alright, so there's another apartment over there. And that one's also infested. So we're just gonna... Yep. And, yep. And there's another one over here, because there's a corpse. Oh, jeez, it took a good old chunk out of me. Alright, well, time to eat some rotten fruit and heal myself. And this is one of those super sad notes. Like, admittedly, Dishonored is not exactly known for super uplifting notes, but I heard the noises again last night. I won't open that trunk, not with him in there. I can't even stand to look at it, and going back to our apartment isn't a possibility since the Grand Guard seized the place. One little push shoved him harder than that on 100 occasions, but he hit his head and the life went out of him. The plonker. Never was any good since the day I married him. After he's gone, at first I thought it was alright. More food for me, anyways. God, poverty fucks you up. Then things started to get putrid, just like him to torment me from the beyond. Still, it was only a smell. But now it's noises, and I can't figure it out. His spirit has come for revenge, that's what I think one minute. The next, I'm sure it's just rats, making a home in his skin. I yelled quiet the other day, but the noise got even stronger, like he was gonna burst out. Not sure how much more I can take. That is horrifying. That is, I think, as I've mentioned before, Anna McGill, who I believe was lead narrative designer on Control, also worked in the narrative team for this. And holy moly, does that woman know how to write some incredibly disturbing, like, lore that you can just find around the world. Because, good lord, that's nasty. Okay, so the mistake that I have made numerous times is trying to somehow find a way across over into that window over there. I have since realized that there is no real way to do it without screwing up my distancing and falling down to the ground. So instead, what I'm going to do is we're going to pop up here once this stops moving. There we go. And we're going to make our way over to that far end over there. Okay. We're not going to go into the conservatory quite yet. We're going to stock up first. Because what I'd like to do... Oh, there we go.
Disgusting. You'd think someone inside the conservatory would complain.
Gentlemen, I have to question your work tactics and storage. You see, this red barrel syndrome. You can't do that sort of stuff.
So let's see. What was it?
An explosion? An earth-shattering kaboom?
Let's have a look.
Also, and this is going to sound kind of morbid, because I have all the powers, I have the ability that turns everyone who I kill to ash. I have a new assignment for one with your unique talents. I need you to retrieve the old Roseboro prototype on display at the Royal Conservatory. It's likely well protected, but I'll double the finder's fee. Bring it back to me at the shop. MV. So there's our shopkeeper and his thief friend. And also why I didn't worry about using up my crossbow bolts, because I have a bunch here that I can grab. But yeah, the upgrade that turns all of the corpses to ash. One, it kind of makes it less challenging, because I do like if, I do make the decision to actually kill someone. I do kind of like the challenge of, like, making sure that their body is out of sight. Like, it's one thing to where if you have the upgrade that turns unaware people to ash, but I do like the idea of, like, okay, we can absolutely wake up and choose violence, but if you choose violence, you need to be able to, contend with whatever the consequences of it are. Let's see here. Also, like, scaring other enemies with the severed heads of their allies after you kill them is pretty amusing, I'm not gonna lie. Bastilian Fig, Blood Sacrifice, I already have that, so I can scrap that. Let's see. Blast resistant, there's Blood Sacrifice. Oh, do I not have that trait yet? Interesting. Okay, so I think I have everything in here. Because those come in handy for knocking out enemies, but I don't super need them. I think there's a tripwire up here somewhere. There is. I'm just gonna take all of the crossbow bolts, including the one inside this gentleman. Oh, I took the body and left the crossbow bolt. Duly noted. Okay, and I don't think there's any left down there. So... Alright, so we have the Roseboro prototype that we want to steal from in the museum. So... this is one scenario where... So I'll let y'all in on kind of the metric that I'm kind of judging whether or not I want to use a non-lethal or a lethal solution, we'll say.
To find out how a sword through the heart wasn't enough to kill our new Empress Delilah.
Basically, I've kind of been thinking of, like, if someone was, like, put into a corner by kind of the circumstances of their life, like, pretty much, Brianna Ashworth didn't really have a whole lot to look forward to in terms of, like, if we're looking at the historical cues of this kind of world, women don't really have a whole lot of say in what they get to do here. So her kind of having to, like, she would have had to been married off by her parents, doesn't get to choose who, and just pretty much has to do what he says, like, for the rest of her life. That sucks balls. But then, say we had Morley back at the castle, who is, like, the head of the city watch, pretty much the definition of ACAB, and has been either looking away or actively encouraging cops to brutalize the citizens of Dunwall, most likely the most impoverished ones. Yeah, he can die, absolutely. Brianna Ashworth, I'm more inclined to look for or rather use the non-lethal solution, because at that point it's removing her from play. It is making sure that she no longer has the ability to hurt people. Another bone charm, agile recovery. I already have that, so we're gonna dust it. Okay, and let's see. I'm gonna craft myself a bone charm for specific enemy types. Sure, we'll go 4 traits. Because we got enemies. So Gravehounds, we're gonna have. Okay, wait, we actually need to. I think I need to sacrifice some of them to get the traits first. So there's Relocation Sickness, which affects witches. I've already got Bitter Blood, I think. I don't know if I have that loaded into one of my bone charms yet, though, because I have the memory of a goldfish. Let's see. I'm gonna sacrifice that. I don't have to deal with a lot of weepers. That's not really an issue. And bone charm, 4 traits. Relocation Sickness. Deep Grave. Bitter Blood. And let's see. Gutter Feast. Sure. Come on, big money, no whammies. Cool, and still no corruption. We are absolutely rocking it today. Okay. Okay, so I'm on the upper floor. Do I have something flammable other than incendiary bolts right now? Because I have some of you to deal with. That's the wrong kind. There we go. Blood Amber, Blood Amber, Blood Amber. And then I believe there is a rune down here. Yep. Okay. We're just gonna scorpion that real quick. And yeah, kind of one of the disturbing things that you can do with your special eyes is note how they appear to have entombed or interred several individuals in the walls for the blood flies to feast on. It's a delightful, uplifting game, Dishonored 2 is. Okay. And we have another one of you right here, which I think I can hit. Yep. Give me that, thank you. And I believe, with my special eyes, there's 2 witches down there. There's one, and there should be another one on patrol. Yep, there's the one on patrol. Okay. Can I hit you with Domino from here?
Now I'm jumpy. See? Are those hearing things in the wind?
Yeah, I'll just chill over there. Oh, can I have this back? Can I? No? Okay, well, just hold on to it then. Crossbow bolt. Dead guard. And I think I've gotten everything in here. Let's check with my special eyes. I'll take more sleep darts. Yes, I will. So, Brianna and Delilah. Ooh, Howler Dust. That might come in handy. Oh, another corpse. Did they just fork this woman? I guess they did. So, Brianna is putting together a device called the Oraculum to basically control the oracular order. What we are gonna do is we're gonna fuck it up. Okay, so we have lots of different places we can loot, but I think what we're gonna do it's all squishy. Uncool. I don't even think there's anything else over here, is there? Oh, I was wrong. We have valuables. Also, just, can we take a moment to appreciate the detail of, like, the concept art and the maps and everything in this game? Really, truly, I would read like a whole set of books set in this world. It's so interesting and alive and like historically set that I genuinely enjoy this entire world. Dunwall, Karnaca, we haven't really gone to Tivia or Morley yet, at least in the games that I've played, but they seem super interesting and I do want to learn more about them. Let's see. I feel like there was a book that I just walked past on natural philosophers, which I am intrigued to read. So let me see if I can find that real quick. No. Jellied Eels? Nope. Jellied Eels is not a book. I guess it could be a Dr. Seuss book. It's not a book in this. Is this... Oh, okay, interesting. That is super cool. Because if I didn't say have domino, one thing that I could use is I could shoot the chloroform bottle, and while she's sitting up there, the chloroform bottle will explode and presumably knock her out. So that's really interesting. And a nice little, once again, detail, like enabling you to play the game in a number of different ways and enabling you in a genuine fashion rather than like, well, technically you can play the game without powers, but the asterisk attached to that is it's incredibly hard and nearly impossible. Whereas I'm sure that it's more challenging to do it because you can't do the usual things that you can do, but rather the game offers you alternate avenues to be able to deal with certain problems, which that's what we call good game design. Or at least good game design in a game that is largely based off of the concept that you can approach situations in different ways. Okay, so I don't want to use that quite yet. So, Roseboro prototype. Is there... I don't think that I have a rewiring kit. If there's one over here, I would love to see it. I do have one. Excellent. So, we're just going to do our little Mission Impossible thing. Oh, let me just have that. Chloroform bottle. Okay. So, interesting. All right. Rewire kit. Perfect. So, we're just going to hop in here real quick. And bibbity boop. Got that. And that is one of our objectives taken care of. So, let's see. So this is the main atrium that we're in, and as you can see, there's two up there. There are a bunch of other witches who are perusing the stacks over there, and there's the oraculum. So we kind of don't want to go over there, at least from this direction right now. So instead... Okay, so where is this rune or bone charm? Because you keep telling me about it. Is it nearby or is it nearby? Because, yeah. Alright, and we got... courtyard. And that other one is where the turtle is. And there's also... Oh, no, that's outside. So they're in the next internal courtyard in there. So that's locked from the inside. That's blocked by a display case, question mark. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So let's try. And I think, yep, there's these guys, which are basically sentient plants that want to kick my ass. So we're just going to very slowly circumvent them. Okay. And we got the cool kids who are out here smoking, presumably. Domino, 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 and domino. Nothing personnel, kid. Well, nature is healing. So what I am not gonna do is go down to the ground right now. Geez, do y'all just... No, you're just gonna keep going. Alright, cool. Well, I will leave you to it, and I will just continue on my merry way. Damn, alright, well... Y'all were hungry. Okay, so that's the main atrium. Goes through there. Those are all locked. And I can't quite reach up there. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go past that way. Oh. Well, somebody's doing a vandalism. Can I reach up there? Come on, just firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it. I'm gonna bounce off the wing if I try it from here. I can already tell. There we go. Alright. Okay. So, the non-lethal version. The Oraculum is essentially mind control. Alright, let's eavesdrop. Or I'm too far away to eavesdrop. Okay, cool. No, y'all are just hanging out. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so. Brianna's workshop. There are the lenses for the Oraculum.
These odd lenses might be linked to what Ashworth is working on.
And the notes. The original lenses Jindosh and I devised for the Oraculum were horribly flawed. Rather than focusing the energies of the void, the faulty lenses scattered them. My head was filled with noise, and the spiritual channel linking me to Delilah's magic was nearly extinguished. I will not cease my efforts until our coven controls the Sisters of the Oracular Order. But I know now that I proceed at grave risk. The old lenses could have been my ruin. They are stored in my workshop for now, but must be destroyed.
If I can sabotage
Whoops, would be terrible if someone got a hold of those.
Sokolov was taken away as well.
Who would want that ancient fool? Never mind. How goes the communion? I am hungry to whisper into the ears of the oracular sisters.
So we're just gonna chill and do my little Grinch whispering down to the, or listening into the who's down in Whoville.
Vice Overseer Burns' suspicions were right.
Won't affect things.
No. He continued to tinker with the lenses. Thicker, thinner, more opaque. It was tiresome to watch. I still had new lenses in
Oh.
workshop, but Jindosh finished some time ago. The rest is up to me, learning to use the machine. A tricky thing, touching the void through such a device.
Blood and biscuits. I look forward to using it myself once you're ready.
Will you visit soon?
Perhaps. Dunwall Tower is mostly in hand. The High Overseer won't be a problem anymore. And there's the matter of my own project. I grow more excited with each brush.
Right. Because that's the last level when you go back to Dunwall.
And stay tight as a boiled owl.
I look forward to it.
For now, I need your eyes on the Duke. At least until we have the sisters under control.
As a boiled...
There's nothing
okay.
else I
Sure.
trust. I'll reach out to you again on the morrow. Farewell.
Alright, time to loot before she comes up here. bone charm notes. What do you mean, what in the world? You have corpses literally all over the place. There she is. Okay, she's not coming up quite yet. Okay, I've got 3 Addermeyer solution. So I'm not quite screwed if I decide to do some kind of big magical hoopla using bend time. Take that. Already good on that. More raw whalebone. Another Addermeyer solution. Got that. Got that. Do. Now, I don't know if I can quite manage to get down there without them seeing me, without knocking them out first. But if I manage to, I can kind of knock out the whole, like, once you leave, thank you very much, please, please, ma'am, ma'am. All right.
Now to activate it and sever Ashworth's connection to the void.
Come on. No. No, I'm not here. There we go. Oh god. I was stuck inside the machine. Oh, well. Them's the brakes.
What will I do now? I'm ruined. I'm feeling the things I could do. The touch of the void.
Mm-hmm.
Delilah. It was everything I had.
Yeah, that sucks. Anyways, do you have stuff I could take?
I'm a threat to you now. To anyone.
I mean, you could still, I don't know, you could scrimshaw. You could make a podcast. There's still things you could do. Okay, cool. And I think, hopefully... Oh, no, they fell to their deaths. Okay, cool. Well... but yeah, basically, if you sever the connection to the void, literally every witch enemy in this place goes unconscious. Which is pretty cool if you want to try and do a non-lethal playthrough. Let me just... Thank you. Just gonna... You know what? This whole place is probably just stolen colonial artifacts anyways. Alright, let's make our way from top to bottom. And absolutely rob the crap out of this place. Alright, so we have Curator Delilah's office. We have her little, like, book nook over here in the elevator shaft. Another one of those. Addermeyer solution, pouch. But yeah, it's like I'm not someone, surprise, surprise, if you've been watching this playthrough, I'm not someone who is opposed to the use of lethal violence if it comes to it. I've never really been that person who has that kind of hard line. But the way that I'm kind of thinking of it is it's like, what's the situation that would keep this person, like, from being a threat to harming a lot of people? Because it's like, if you arrest Morley, like, there's this... I've noticed this weird kind of thing where so you have the guards. Like, okay, so you have the City Watch in Dunwall, and you have the Grand Guard in Serkonos. And there seems to be this indication that, like, not indication. There seems to be this bias in the game to where they believe that, you know, if you have a good duke or a good political leader, then the cops and the Grand Guard will behave themselves and they will, like, act justly and whatnot. Now, in practice, as in terms, that's a hand in a vice. That's a thing. In application, the results may be something akin to a reduced number of police brutalities, for instance, due to different policies or what have you. But the idea that that it's this weird, like, well, if you have the equivalent of, like as if they're an ant colony, to where if you have a just queen, then the rest of the ants will act accordingly, is like, that's not usually how it works. Regardless of which parties are in power, regardless of, like, if the policies involved reduce the number of them, by and large, all it really indicates is that a lot of law enforcement will just expend significantly more effort to be more sneaky with the ways in which they violate people's rights. If you look in the UK, in the US, in Canada, in a number of different countries, it seems to be this case. So there's kind of this idea that, like, well, you just got to put a right person in charge and it'll be fine. But say, like, with Morley, the lead of the City Watch in Dunwall, it's like, well, you know, we just arrest him and we put someone better in charge and that's totally fine. And it's like, well, no, this guy needs to go. And, you know, if I had the opportunity to, but the game doesn't give you that option, we need to completely redo the structure of, like, law enforcement and how all of these things, ooh, that was interesting, are dealt with, essentially. But then you look at, okay, and Kieran Jindosh is a sadist. He's, like, one of those people who got wealthy enough to where most people aren't human to him anymore. And, like, he is, most of the time, he's just like, oh, you are dangerous, or you are a tool to be used. He quite literally had no problem trying to enslave someone's mind, and violate their mind so that they could only obey him. That kind of person needs to go, and, like, in no uncertain terms. Brianna Ashworth, and I get the impression a lot of the witches are kinda, like, just kind of the ignorant sort of, like, it doesn't make them innocent, but it's the sort of thing where, like, there are folks who can be rehabilitated and who were kind of cornered into this sort of existence versus those people who had power and then misused that power, and if you give them half a chance, will misuse that power again. So it's like, okay, Morley, dead. Kieran Jindosh, dead. Brianna Ashworth, I'm okay with just taking away the tools that she is using to hurt people and ensuring that she never gets access to them again. In severing her connection to the void. That's interesting. What is that just a shine off something? I can't actually tell. Oh well. And then Delilah, as we were kind of talking about last week, like, to be 100% honest, I kind of get it. Like, I kind of get why she's just like, no, this world and everything about it is utterly fucked. This Empress and her dynasty, like, basically treated me like trash, killed my parent, and, like, all these various different things. The harm and There we go. The harm and hurt of the effects of colonialism and imperialism and power imbalance. I kind of get it. I'm not gonna lie. What is... Oh, that's a saw. They killed him softly. Well, not so softly with this saw, but, you know. So, Delilah, I usually try and deal with in a non-lethal fashion. Brianna, try and deal with in a non-lethal fashion. Duke of Bell is fucking dead. Like, dead as soon as I get my hands on him. And you'll find out why in the kind of prologue to the next mission. Let's see. What do I have left to do? So we've looted everything up here. Looted everything on the next floor down. There's still the... Did I get the... I got the painting from her office, right? Because that is worth a pretty penny. Come on, let me... This in the window. Firmly grasp it. Thank you. Yeah, I got it. Okay, cool. There we are. Ba, 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 ba. Yep. And I don't actually need any of the runes or bone charms because I have all of the stuff that I need. So we're just gonna take a happy, jaunty little stroll to the basement. If I can go to the basement. And I've got incendiary bolts. That's totally fine. And then beside that... Hey, it's Bloodfly City. It's all good. We know how to take care of that. Kobe. And the witches down here are unconscious too. So we just pretty much get the run of the place, which is pretty cool. Oh, I missed. There we go. And there's the other one. Patternwire solution. Pandician continent. Is this one that we haven't read yet? Let's see. And, okay, no, that was one of the ones that we read on the boat. Dude got stung all to fuck and died. This appears to be a popular book, because it shows up a lot. One thing that I've started noticing is that sometimes just the different factors of the game, like the NPCs and their walk paths and all of that sort of stuff, they'll just kind of walk into, like, there was, like, a bottle of Orban rum on here. One of the witches, when I was just kind of, like, hiding up here, just kind of walked past it and hit the bottle in a way that it just kind of fell and burst into flame and killed her. So I'm like, I mean, it was like that when I got here. I don't know what to tell you. So, don't blame it on me. Okay. And we got that. I'm just scanning with my special eyes. Wow, they put a lot of flammable stuff down here. Okay, and now we are going to find out Delilah's... Oh, wait. Grab that, grab that. Grab that.
Ashworth's journal might tell me more about why Delilah can't be killed.
And now we listen to how Delilah got her groove, and by groove I mean immortality, back.
After Delilah fell to the assassin Dowd, her magic was lost, and the coven scattered. I made a new life in Karnaca. Then I heard her whispering from the void, leading me to the Duke, who heard those same whispers. Together we worked to bring Delilah back into the world.
Oh, oops.
After Delilah fell to the assassin Dowd, her magic was lost.
Okay. Didn't think that it would start completely over, but there we are.
Then I heard her whispering from the void, leading worked to bring Delilah back into the world, changing the Empire from the home of Aramis Stilton 3 years ago.
That's going to be an interesting mission.
All of us who'd been with her
A crack in the there's, you know what? Well, I'll let it finish
others
first.
joined. New faces, new blood. Now, Delilah is immortal. Forever. She holds Dunwall, and we've turned to corrupting the oracular order. The Overseers take guidance from their prophetic sisters, and soon we'll influence their dreams and visions.
I mean, honestly, when you kind of think about it, it's not really that different of a thing. It's just they're using arcane and divine magic as opposed to, like, nepotism and monetary bribes. It's not super different than, like, just the operation of the Empire on an average day. But yeah, the thing that I was gonna, like, nerd out for a moment was just I absolutely love just the ambition of this game. Like, the things like the Clockwork Mansion, the mission A Crack in the Slab, which is going to be, I believe, the next mission that we're going to go on, is just, I don't want to spoil it, but it's so cool. It's so cool. And it's executed masterfully mechanically. And also we're going to have some more talk about the framing of, like, economic mobility and, like, good rich people in that episode. So that's also going to be interesting. At least interesting to me. Hopefully to you as well. Let's see. Let's see. Reef-dwelling eels, toxic bites. I seem to recall that. I remember it was awful. Okay. So got that. Go back through here. Okay. I am also going to give folks a heads up once we get to the main floor. One thing that I'm noticing that I'm not a huge fan of in this game is that they seem to have a bad habit of just using people hung from nooses as, like, creepy and disturbing decor. I seem to recall what I'm going to do once we get to the main floor is that I am going to probably, because we're about halfway through the stream right now. What I will do... Oh, by the way, here's the shopkeeper's friend. Rip. So what we're going to do... I'll probably take the break once we get to the main floor, because we're about halfway through the stream. And I will take a look around to make sure that I know which of the corners have this decor in them, so that way I can avoid it, because I know that it's a major CW for a lot of folks, and for some of the folks who come by here on the reg in the chat. So that will probably be how we handle that. Okay. Oh, we're above ground. I did not think that we were above ground. Also, some blood flies down there. There's also an alternate exit down there, if I'm correct. Yes. Yes, there is. Okay, cool. And it's through the fountain. Let me just unlatch this real quick. Because there's also... That's blocked. There's also some lootables in here. I'll take that, even though I don't need it. Another rewire tool. Those always come in handy. Is there anything else in here? Special eyes. Reveal all. No. Okay, cool. Okay. So, Alright, so we're about to enter into the main floor atrium. So what I will do is I'm going to put y'all on the BRB. Nepotism also a kind of, yeah, I mean, basically, yeah, the magic word is I know a guy rather than like bibbity bobbity boo, but essentially, yeah, you've pretty much got it right on the head there. 9 is healthy. So I'm going to put y'all on the BRB screen and give you some lo-fi beats to chill to, and we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. And well, you know what? I will say 10-minute break just because what I'll do is I will probably just take a quick run around the main floor to make sure that we aren't immediately surprised by some major triggering content. Yeah, so I will put y'all on BRB, and we will, as the name implies, be right back. See you in a few minutes. Alrighty, and we're back. I hope that everybody is, as always, taking an opportunity to hydrate, take your meds, stretch, do a quick posture check, and do all that kind of good self-care stuff, because you deserve to be able to watch your Let's Plays, streams, and generally live your life in a comfortable and happy fashion without all of the aches and pains that the drudgery of existence tends to impart upon you. But yeah, I hope that everybody's doing okay, and welcome back. Yes, welcome back to you as well there, Jelly Dragon Frey. Welcome on in. Let's see here. Okay, so I've done a quick run around. I know exactly which corners I want to avoid. Okay. So we've got the main atrium. We've got the... Where's the custodial closet? I don't think there's anything of interest in it. But we've got... Ooh, look, museum fairs. I will absolutely take these, and then I can retire, presumably. Look at that. $8 whole. So this is yet another way in that you could have used if you are someone who is more adept at this game than I am. Okay. See what we have. So that was where the plants who wanted to kick my ass were before. And this is where the custodial closet is. I don't think... This is just basically a body hiding room, I think. I don't specialize, don't reveal anything. Except... Okay, that's a rat passage. You know, in 3+ playthroughs of this game, I don't think that I've really used animal possession almost at all. It's interesting, it's just not really a power that I end up using. Oh. Hello there, sir. Toilet trouble? Nothing here, nothing here. Special eyes? Nope. Okie dokie then. Well, let me just loot this museum real quick. Do you think animal possession is executed poorly? No, I don't think that it is. I think maybe it's less integrated into the other powers than other stuff is. I'll just take these, so it's kind of, at least in my opinion, more difficult to kind of smoothly transition and come up with fun, interesting ideas to use for it than maybe with other stuff. Like, for instance, there's this whole thing there's the whole wall of light thing. Like, any number of, like, the powers, for instance. Like, the ability to, I can go to guard into shooting me with their gun, stop time, possess that guard, walk them around in front of their own bullet, unstop time, and have them shoot themselves. Or I can use, like, far reach to pull someone up towards me, stop time, leap onto that person, jump off of them as a step ladder, and then basically use that to aerial assassinate someone else, and then have them fall to their doom behind me. Like, just, there's all of these various different, kind of different things that, like, when you start really elaborating and getting, like, creative with things, it opens up so many different possibilities. Animal possession is just kind of animal possession, and it's good for stealth. It's excellent. It's an excellent stealth tool, but, like, once you get a handle on the game, it kind of sort of just kind of stops there. Like, it's fine. Like, you can use stuff like, you can summon a rat swarm and then possess one of the rats and, like, go in and be stealthy, but in terms of just kind of doing kind of fun combo things, at least in my opinion, it's not super exciting. That doesn't make it bad, but it just doesn't really suit the sorts of things that I like to do when I've kind of reached that point in the game where I've kind of gotten a handle on everything, and now I want to start doing creative things. Sokolov technology in the new age. I think this is new. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman or even the lower guardsmen of the City Watch can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and wall of light security systems, as well as the carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's designs is the volatility of the oil itself. A few incidents have occurred, resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. Yeah, that's kind of significant. Like, they're probably the largest explosion of anything that you can kind of generate in this whole game. They will absolutely freaking incinerate people. And also they're huge. Like, I think it's the only item in the game that you actually need both hands to carry. Like, other than that, I don't think there's anything else really. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to... Oh, hey, look, it's a classroom. And there's some triggering content on the other side of that door, so I'm just going to close it real quick. Oh, hey, look, it's an overseer. Oh, grenades we already have. Bullets we already have. And doop-a-doo, we already looted the basement. I already got the... Anything valuable in here? Nope, I just broke it for no reason. There's an imposter among rats. Let's see. The routes it gave me were a little suspect. Yeah, it's pretty much one of those things where there are a lot of interesting stealth options in this game. And by interesting, I mean they open up new routes and new ways of looking at approaching the game. Like the verticality of it, like something like this, looking at all of the tops of the shelves. The like holes in the walls and things like that are pretty, I guess as a metaphor, if I can use a mathematical metaphor, the animal possession and the routes that it gives you are arithmetic in terms of what it adds to the game. It adds an additional sort of feature to it, which is fine. Adding kind of these different things, as long as it doesn't obscure other elements, is not a bad thing. But then if you look at, say, say, just the way that levels are designed, the architecture of them, even adding a double jump or things like that, add to the game. Those are exponential. They both open up different avenues for traversing the level. They open up different avenues for confronting situations regarding enemies, regarding different sorts of lootable items or resources that are available to you. And so the number of ways that those add to the gameplay experience eclipse the number that you will see if you, say, use animal possession. It's just kind of... Animal possession is animal possession, and that's kind of it. Everything else kind of recombines with everything else you have at your disposal, further enhancing and expanding the game in a number of different ways. Now, whether or not you might believe that, or rather, whether or not animal possession needs to do that is ultimately, I think, up to the player. Like I say, it never detracted from other aspects of the game for me. All it did was just kind of be like, okay, that's an option there. I'm probably not going to use it, but it's there, I guess. And that was kind of the long and short of it. And I think ultimately, as long as the options that you put in don't, like, get in the way or otherwise negatively affect other things, I think it's totally fine for something to maybe have more limited uses than something else does. Okay, so we got everything there. We're pretty much good to go. We got the Roseboro prototype. I can't jump over there yet. Gonna do that. Wait for that to regenerate. Gotten everything in here. Yep. Pretty much the only thing I don't have is the safe combo. Oh, shit. Alright, well.
Who are you? Stop! What?
You've been bad.
Yeah, that's real bad.
Beware!
And this is what stop time is for.
In my way. Come back here.
Nothing here. Let's have a look around.
Well, that could have gone worse.
Hello? Anybody? Don't make me search the whole...
That's not what I meant to do.
What was that?
Oh, damn, that man just took some shrapnel like a champ.
Won't hurt you.
Alright, well, remind me never to mess with him.
I saw you. No use hiding.
I wonder who that was. Show yourself and state your name.
You
Be
don't
on your
stand
guard.
a chance
Right,
anyway.
boys?
Look everywhere.
The rumors are true about the Crown Killer.
Wow, y'all are just... Alright, cool.
Bunch of degenerates.
Where is she?
We need to find
Found
something.
anything yet?
Anything. Stay sharp.
Come on, show yourself.
One of us is down.
Well, I'd say more than one. You recovered from that real quick, though. Did I already rewire that? I don't actually remember.
Someone just heard a dog bark or something. There's no ladder.
Let's see. Let me just check up on chat here. How often do you look up in games, do you think? I think it depends on... Actually, that's a very interesting game design question. Because I think ultimately it depends on whether or not the game has sufficiently communicated to me that looking up is something that is worth doing. Ergo, like, say, I will absolutely look up in something like Deus Ex Human Revolution or Mankind Divided, because I know that the levels are built in a way that rewards lateral, or I suppose vertical, thinking. However, if a game has kind of showed that, like, you know, it isn't, or there are only a few kind of token versions of reasons to look up, I probably won't that often. The exception maybe being, like, looking for collectibles or secrets, which I am a huge collectibles person and absolutely love collecting them, obviously. But yeah, I think ultimately it's a matter of incentive and whether or not I've been kind of given the indication that's a thing that I should do, or that's a manner in which I should approach a situation.
Come in, my friend.
Hello, I have ill-gotten
I see
goods for you.
Found the prototype?
Your acquaintance didn't make it.
It is a risky line of work, I'm afraid, but let's not dwell. I expect you'll be interested in payment.
I would,
First, your
indeed.
finder's fee, of course, and if you like, I can draw up some schematics based on the prototype, something you can use to modify your tools. And as a token of my appreciation, a discount at the shop.
That's
fair
mighty
deal.
kind of you. Hey, look, money. And then we're
Welcome
gonna do
back.
that. I've got a
Please,
whole bunch of
take your
upgrades
time.
that I already have. Alright, let's load up. So all of this stuff I'm pretty much good for.
No need to wrap it for you, I suppose.
And the big one
I'm certain
being
you'll be
the
satisfied
safe
with your purchase.
thing. And we're gonna take another one of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, 4 of those. Nice. Okay.
Farewell, and do think of us again.
Oh, I will. Because what I'm going to show you how to do next is how to sneak into here and absolutely rob the shit out of this guy. So, if you'll notice, looking through here, there's this nice little coupling here. So what we're going to do, first and foremost, we're going to shoot that, and that opens up a little hatch. Then,
It's a pleasant surprise to see you again.
yeah, don't worry about it, I'm just passing through. Then we take this crank wheel, and we just hibbity hop down here, and we just plop that on there. And then we use that crank wheel to open this gate down here. And once we do that, we jauntily swim through here. Are these killer rats? Nah, y'all are good. Okay, cool. We swim through here. Let me just throw my special eyes on for a second to make sure that there aren't any hazards that are on high chaos that I don't otherwise know about. And then, you know that little opening in the floor that we created? Well, that's just right there. So what we're gonna do gonna hop on here, and then you, sir, are going to take a nap. We got everything that's all stocked up already. Then we got some of these. Already got some grenades. Got some empty bottles. Got some wine. Got all that. Got some stuff that we can get money from later on. We got more money. We got more sleep darts to make up for the one that I just stuck in that guy's neck. Let's see. Jeez, everybody's chatting up tonight. Also, hello, Phoenix Femme, and welcome on in. I hope that you were having a lovely Friday. Let's see here. I never tried to possess a rat to escape from a rat swarm. There's some lateral thinking potential there. It just pretty much is like, in comparison to everything else, it's a little bit limited. Let's see here. TF2. Oh, geez. Fun fact, I only ever owned TF2 on the orange box for PS3, so I only ever had, oh wow, you are gonna need a chiropractor, my friend, or possibly someone who practices real science. But yeah, I probably didn't help. So I had like vanilla TF2, like no hats, no nothing, none of the like upgrades or different options, like, yeah, nada zip zilch, nothing. Like, honestly, I probably could have just left this guy alone except for 1 or 2 extra things. I'm already loaded up. I'll just take that rune, thank you very much. And we will hop back up to, oh, oops. Well, probably shouldn't have done that. Luckily, I am nearly immortal, apparently. Is this... Yeah, we go up here. You know what? I'm gonna pop a health elixir in case I miss one of my jump attempts and die from fall damage, which I don't want to do, especially this late into the stream. Okay, so we're going to hibbity hop. Oh, I didn't even open that window. Damn it. All right. Oh, well, it happens. Do that. And the cool thing is that once you played this game enough times, you kind of learn the routes. Like, you know, you jump from this to this to that to this, and it becomes very satisfying on a mastery level. And I'm just gonna take this painting right here. Thank you. And the 639. Okay. Why does the fire sound squishy? Uncool. Cool. Gonna take those, take that, and we're all loaded up from those. Let me just check with my special eyes. Like, yeah, there's an alarm. All of those are interactables. And all of those are just things that I can eat. Okay. All right, we're good to go. And $10? $10. All right. And we hop back through here. Ow. I forgot that I actually have to actively catch that. I just hit myself in the face with a whiskey tumbler. Another day in Dishonored. Also, it's glass. Of course it's glass and it's my enemy. Because it always is. Alright. Oh, hey, look at that. Even overshot it from there. Oh, and there we go. Megan?
So it's done.
Ashworth won't be a problem anymore.
Good. But Emily, there's something else. Back when I lived in Dunwall, I did things I'm not proud of.
Isn't that a requirement for citizenship?
What I've got to say is not a joke. I knew Delilah and Ashworth. Bought into their bullshit. Which led me down a bad road. To be honest, before all this, I thought Delilah dead.
I mean, she was. She just got better.
Right now. But I felt like you should know. There are things I regret.
You never know who to trust, do you?
Everybody makes mistakes, Empress. You'll have to tell me all your secrets someday. Are you ready to leave now?
Yep, come on. Thank you.
Yes. Let's go. Take me back to the Dreadful Whale.
Another step toward the Duke of Serkonos. And Delilah.
Let's see. Good day on my end indeed. Prepping for a Steam Cosmic Horror Monster Hunting for an all-BIM POC group. Yes, I saw that on Utopia. That's part of your Slayers campaign. that looks super, super cool. Also, if anyone isn't following Phoenix24Femme on Twitter, that's Femme, Femme, you absolutely should. Angela is a delight, and she does a ton of really awesome work, including over on Utopia, which Nightbot is loyally keeping up the routine indications of those in the chat. Let's see. Good luck with the prep, and I hope it goes well. Hopefully you possess power to stop time if you need it. I mean, I'm the GM, so it's like being God. That is one of the appeals, definitely. Let's see. Slayer, previously GM'd with it. Well, she got better. Yep. Now, I was wondering if someone was gonna go with me on the Monty Python one. Bodies detected. That's always interesting. There's some interesting things with Domino where, like, depending on how far into, like, the detection meter you are, if it'll actually read it as a full, like, them having detected you right before they die as a result of Domino. And it's real finicky. Civilians killed, hostiles killed. Yeah, you know what, I'll take that. And I got everything except for 2 blueprints, which is fine. And then got all of that sort of stuff. Got Vice Overseer Burns stuff. Awesome. All right, on to the Dust District, which is probably the most, like, given all of the stuff that's happening with Amazon treating workers like just fucking horrible like the horrible fascists they are. The Dust District is probably the most prescient level in possibly the whole game. Because the Dust District, for those of you who do not know...
Who's the man I'm after? Aramis Stilton?
Well, I'll wait until
an ally.
Anton Sokolov is done
Loyal
speaking.
And smart. Stilton helped build modern Karnaca with those silver mines. Started as a miner and worked his way up until he was a prince of industry.
Hello there, Niesa Gaming, and welcome on in. Or is it Niesa? Please let me know which one so that I can pronounce your name correctly. I hope that you're having a lovely evening, and thank you for joining us.
Was once prosperous, is now in ruins.
I suppose the Duke doesn't care, as long as he sips from silver cups.
And what are the cups at Dunwall Tower made from, Empress? In any case, you'll have to pass through the Dust District to reach Stilton's home. Maybe he's still in there, or maybe he's dead.
That is pronounced like Bill Nye. Okay, Niesa. Good to know. So, Aramis Stilton in this game.
Find Megan once you reach the Dust District. She'll tell you more. I'll wait here with this skiff and take you back to the dreadful whale after you finish.
So, Aramis Stilton is an interesting figure, and another one that demonstrates some of the biases in the narrative design team of Dishonored 2. I need to get like a design lore drop emote or something like that for when I start going on these little tirades. But anyways, so Aramis Stilton, he is our worked his way up from the bottom rich guy, but he's one of the good rich guys. Like, he supports the miners, he treats them well, and he supports the family planning committee, which is essentially like their union, effectively. Got one of those. I'm already full stocked on everything else. You may remember me talking about an individual who I thought was a union organizer in this game. I had mistakenly remembered Aramis Stilton as a union organizer, but he is not. He is, like, the good rich person. He's the good owner, as opposed to, like, the bad owner who is, like, Duke Abel and all of them. I think it's very interesting, again, that, and we'll see that when we speak with Lucia Pastor, who is basically the union organizer. she is also someone who was highborn, like born to a noble family, but left in order to basically come down and help the miners and help the working class. It is a repeated theme in this game of rich people succumbing to their conscience and coming down to help the poor, beleaguered, like the poor and the working class, essentially. Looking through it, there are basically, as far as I can tell, no examples of like upward mobility that are not enabled by the wealthy, who kind of decided that they were not going to be one of the people to essentially go along with the system. Like, you know, you have all of these things of like the good-hearted rich person as opposed to the evil rich person. And it's a subtle thing. It's easy to kind of look at it through the sort of like, okay, so he's one of the good guys. He's one of our allies. Good, good. But the more that you kind of start thinking about it, the more that you see like all of the NPCs and unnamed PCs are working class people. And usually any of the people who generate change in the world are rich or highborn who decided to use their powers for good rather than evil. Now, there is something to be said for the entire discussion of using your power for good rather than evil when we're talking about privilege and all of that sort of stuff. However, I think the fact that there is a pronounced lack of working class individuals who rise up and create change rather than rich people who create a socially acceptable amount of disruption in the game and in the world is worthy of note. One sec, let me just stab this guy. And I think that it's worthy of note just generally as a particular bias. Damn it, I did not mean to do that. Well, let me just hop up here real quick. And of note, kind of, as we'll see later, Aramis is also kind of one of the reasons that, like, he enabled Delilah and her cadre to create the chaos and bring Delilah back and enable their ritual and all of that sort of stuff they did before. But he did it because he kind of wanted the approval of rich people, so they kind of socially pressured him into doing it. And there isn't a whole lot of time spent with him kind of reckoning with that. There's kind of a like, oh, I made a mistake and shouldn't have done it, oh well, and they kind of move on. And I think that maybe echoes in the discussion of, say, Anton Sokolov, who created a number of amazing inventions and moved people forward into the modern age technologically, but who has resulted in a lot of the technology that is used to oppress people. Things like the Wall of Lights, the arc pylons, and things that mostly benefit the wealthy, such as the carriages, as was kind of mentioned in that, like, as was mentioned in that book that we were talking about. And there isn't really a whole lot of discussion of the reckoning of based off of harm. The idea of redemption is like, I feel bad and I don't do it anymore, and therefore I am redeemed. And it's like, part of restorative justice is the restorative part. And I feel as though even the games that have relatively progressive sorts of storylines rarely reckon with that sufficiently, in my opinion. We got one of those. Do I have something that I can throw to distract you, or am I just gonna... What am I gonna do? Am I just gonna scorpion you? I think I'm just gonna scorpion you. Hey buddy, come here. Do. Bye-bye. Now, the question is, was he aware enough that his body still exists? It does not look like it. Okay, interesting. Let's see here. So, design lore. Well, thank you very much, Jelly Dragon. I appreciate it. I love doing it, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit self-conscious of when I start kind of getting on a roll. It's kind of that, you know, growing up with ADHD, info dumping can often kind of result in, can be negatively appraised. We'll describe it that way. But I'm glad that you enjoy it, because I very much enjoy talking about it. It's also a bit suspicious that the union organizer had to disavow her wealth and then be a good character. Like, they not able to spread the family wealth among the people, or am I missing something? Basically, her family, she was fairly young when she did it, and her family kind of disapproved of it, but she didn't really have control of the lion's share of the wealth in the family, so she basically decided to be the union organizer via that. Okay, so let's see. Do I want to... What do I want to do? Can I get over there in time? Because I would like to rewire...
No one knows what happened. Could be anything.
Yeah, anything.
Watch my own back.
Alright. Well, I wasn't going to do it that way, but... Well, the wall of light is now rewired. So we are gonna... Whoa! I would like to jump, please. Now, do I have something that I can distract them with? There's never just a random bottle or whiskey tumbler around when you need it. Let me see if I can use a howling bolt. Ancient howl bolt. How about... Yeah, y'all go over there and check that out. And then I'm gonna use wind blast. Oh no, don't get too close. Actually though, please get slightly closer. Come on. Come on, just a little bit.
Anybody?
Okay. Well, we could do that.
Search the whole place. I don't have time for that.
Oh, well, that's disappointing. Alright, well. Oh, there was a rewire tool right there. Look at that. There's an empty bottle. Okay, well. So there's a bunch of stuff here. Let me just clear all of this out. That, and yep, all of this, and all of that. There we go. No, well, another dead body. Let me check with my special eyes if there's any loot. Oh. Oh, okay, that would have been good. Once again, I come into all of these secret areas from the wrong direction. That seems about on brand for me. There's that. There's nothing up through there. Okay. And let's see, what kind of bone charms do I have? Let's see. What's the weirdest place you found a whiskey tumbler in the game, if that's not too obscure to answer? I honestly couldn't tell you. I mean, they usually tend to show up in the more urban areas and the more well-to-do areas. But even just kind of like, it's a tad bit annoying to see, say, like, okay, so we got a whiskey tumbler, we got all of that sort of stuff, and then you'll see a wrench on a table that you can't interact with and you can't throw at people, which is a little bit annoying because you're just kind of like, but that would be perfect for making a big clanging noise and distracting people, but for whatever reason, they're just like, no, this doesn't count. You can't use this. No, it goes against the rules. That's illegal. So yeah, it's a little bit annoying that way. Yeah, you usually find them in the more affluent areas. I can't really think of an area that was especially unusual. Or at least that I was just like, huh, a whiskey tumbler shouldn't be there, or anything like that, if I was honest. Let's see here. Ethical ramifications of inventions is such an inventive topic. Yeah, and you can make an entire game about that. Like, the fact that you have, like, a good inventor and an evil inventor, rather than, like, say, Anton Sokolov being, like, Robert Oppenheimer, who, at least Robert Oppenheimer was like, holy shit, what have I done, after all of the things that he contributed to, most specifically having to do with the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But instead, it's like, Anton Sokolov is like, I did some bad shit and now I paint. What do you want? Like, alright, cool, dude. Let's see. Joke is something of an info dumper myself. Yeah, it's as Sin would say, this is the time that we would start collecting tickets to redeem at the Neurodivergence arcade. Because yeah, that is very relatable. Let's see here. Pocket slots for mundane items. Yeah, I would even like if I could do it like just one, just like carrying a thing at any given time. Okay, let's go talk to Megan. Hello, Megan.
Hello, Emily. I've been doing reconnaissance, talking to people. The Overseers and the Howlers have divided up the district. Just ahead is neutral territory where no one will harass you. But further on, the Howlers and the Overseers both have boundaries set up. And beyond those points, they'll attack you on sight.
Aramis Stilton is the real goal. Sokolov said you had an idea.
Yes. I believe that if you take out Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne, the other one will grant you safe passage, and will help you get inside Stilton's home. Neutralize either one of them, and bring him to the other.
What else do you know that might help me?
Byrne is protected by the Overseers. Paolo has the Howlers, but I think he's also got some kind of black magic charm. They say he's got to die twice before the sun sets, or he can't be killed. Good luck with that.
Something Sekiro. Alright. We're off to the races. Alright, I think I might do myself up another bone charm. Because I have so many pieces of whalebone. Excuse me. Agile will. Because I have, let's see, boosts adrenaline. I never use adrenaline, but duelist skill, exacting aim, resounding shriek, liquid sustenance. Okay, I think the next thing that I'm going to do is probably power up my powers. Let's see. Movement, restoration, powers. Summon doppelgangers, summon doppelgangers. We'll do that. Possession lasts slightly longer. Accommodating host. We'll do... I might just do 2 of these. And we'll do that just to give myself some options. Alright, I might replace my health one, honestly. Okay. Cool. Sad news. Agatha, you can probably guess the reason for my letter. He died last night. He seemed a little better and took some broth. Little Al even got him laughing a bit, but the laughing turned to coughs that lasted for about an hour. Then it stopped real sudden, like he didn't have the strength to cough no more. Then he sort of spit up some black, and some more come out his nose. I tried to get him to cough it all out. I turned him on his side, slapped his back, and put boiled onions on his chest. Okay. But it weren't no use, and he died like that, eyes bulging out and that black stuff anywhere. I'm taking the children and moving back to Redmore. We ain't never should have come here in the first place. So that is the usual fate of a lot of the miners, essentially, is just horrible death via respiratory chaos, essentially. I mean, it definitely paints a picture. That much is certain.
This is the Duke of Circon.
And here's our neutral territory. And there's the Overseers and the Howlers are on the left. So I can hop in here.
In order to fund our conflict against the Northern Isle. That's not dust. It's the blood of our enemies.
Yeah, sure, dude. Okay, and we got... I don't think there's a black market in this level, if I'm... No, there is. There is a black market. But I'm pretty much maxed out on everything that I need. So, I basically need to get the code to the Jindosh lock that's here in order to get into Aramis Stilton's house and find out what happened there. So, let's check out... So we go through here, and,
Help thugs like the Howlers, or the Zealots from the Abbey. I just don't know.
So, I tend to be inclined to help out the Howlers, because they have the issues, not gonna lie, with the charging people protection money, and the whole sort of turning people's mothers into fish bait, which is super generally considered uncool. But for pretty much everything that Paolo talks about is like, yep, there are a bunch of these fucking silver spoon fed people who are continuously deciding the fates of everyone else. And once I have power, we are going to basically have people run the country who were not born in palaces. And I'm like, okay, cool, we can do that. Oh, you're up there. Okay, cool. Yep. Oh, no, not high enough. There we go. Because you can side with the Overseer, but as you'll see, there's one of those things with, like, you walk up and you see that the Overseers are just straight up executing people who had heretical artifacts or just generally, like, doing arbitrary bad religion stuff. And I'm just kind of like, alright, you know what? Fuck these guys, period. Oh, we got another rune, which I don't need. And also, that's just going to be one of the times that I'm going to attempt to basically stop time and fuck them up. Can I open this from in here? I guess not. Alright, so down here. And here comes the dust storm. Hello there. I found you using my special eyes. And you probably just have a little bit of money in your register. That's fine. I'll just take the stuff back here, I guess. And I'm good for those. Hi, friend.
Oh, hello. At first I thought you were one of Paolo's gang. But you don't look so bad up close.
What do you mean up close?
Excuse me, but please stay in the part of the shop open to the public.
I feel nice today. I'm not gonna knock you unconscious. Alright, so here's where the Union people have been hanging out.
Stilton made sure of it. No one got fired for being injured.
Yeah, so they say. The mining office handled things like that. And the family committee made sure that the bosses never got...
Oh, hello there, Bree! How's it going? Welcome on in. I was so absorbed into the game, I didn't see you come in. I hope that you were having a lovely Friday. Let's see here. How's the energy train kicking? So yeah, basically, the folks are barely surviving because of the whole situation with how the Duke and everyone are exploiting the miners. Okay, so we got heavy pouch, coins. I think I'm maxed out on all of my ammo, if I'm correct. Let's see. That's not what I wanted to do. 5, 5, 9. So pretty much on everything. Now...
How about sharing?
There you go.
Thank you, friend. Looking to loot the old Stilton house? I seen one of the howlers get inside. Guy named Durante. He must know how, but he got himself captured by the overseers. You
But
take
somehow,
care of business
you're not
here.
grateful.
We can't afford what you're at.
What do you think you're doing?
Get your ass out of here if you know what's good for you.
Sure. What if I just did...
It's hard here.
Power wants the money and he'll be back next week.
But they're
Don't disappoint him.
a body. Here?
Yeah, who could have had that happen?
You wouldn't know anything about that child that got hit, would you?
Nope. See, I am a good vigilante. I protect the innocent, as you can see.
Not long ago. Good, I say.
Got that. And there we are. Everything else is maxed out, except for that. I'll just replace that mine that I just used to... Ooh, a map. That could come in handy. And I think it just has given me everything... Yep, we're all good. Okay, cool.
Come back soon. I mean, if I'm still here.
How about... Really? I mean, okay. I mean, I was just gonna ethically dispose of this, but, you know. How am I being on fire right now? Alright, cool. Whatever. Listen. A good deed is never appreciated in this part of town, I swear. Let's see here. Beacon of Excellent themselves has arrived. Nice to have you here. Yes, absolutely, Bree. It is lovely to see you around the stream. I love to. Hopefully, you come around, because we don't get to see you around these parts too much. Okay, so this is one of my more favorite parts to kind of screw with. So I'm gonna see. I need like a whiskey tumbler or something. Cause what I want to do.
I don't want to die. Help me, someone, anyone.
Whatever.
Listen, I took a mobster's body. Y'all really need to chill. Okay, you know what? I'm still not gonna kill you because you're working class people, but you are irritating me now. It's so wild because they keep like de-aggroing and running away and then like forgetting that I'm here and then like remembering that I'm here and then being like, oh god! It's just like, alright, object permanence. Okay.
What happened here?
Well, I mean, I guess I'll take that.
I need assistance.
I need an adult! Why are you calling the Grand Guard? Don't call the cops. Come on now.
Huh? What?
There's the dust storm again.
Your face is covered. Are you worried someone might recognize you?
Zirconian grapes. See, like, all of this stuff, I'm kind of disappointed isn't interactable. Because I could... For real, y'all. Just chill and be cool.
What? Somebody's not feeling well.
Okay. Interesting. A gun? That wasn't me. I swear. I mean, normally I say it wasn't me and it was actually me, but this time it actually wasn't me.
What happened here?
Okay, for real, y'all need to, like, get with it in terms of your object permanence. Like, your neck stretches, are on point, but... Ah, for real.
Crackers. All right, here we go.
Ah, dude, for real. Alright.
Come on. I don't have time for games. All right. There's no one here.
I don't want to hit the civilians. God damn it. Alright, how about... what do we want to do? Because you're all going to run if I do something here. What direction are you going to go into? I swear, you want someone to, like, come in here and deal with it, and then y'all are like, ah, murder! Like, y'all really gotta pick one, I swear. Oh.
I'll ask again today if this is truly her chosen path. I can only hope the outsider hasn't gotten to her first.
In better news, I found a bottle. Y'all are a bunch of snitches. For real. Let's see. Those poles felt very Assassin's Creed-y. How you can do parkour without latching points. Yeah, it's the traversal is tremendously well done in this game. So now I'm gonna see if I can pull this off.
Abello, are
Are you sure you know what you're doing? I studied field tactics with Brother Cardoza in the peninsula. The pirate crews there resort to these same dirty tricks.
Seems like a good way to take a dart to the belly.
Well, the Howlers aren't known for their caution. But these aren't too hard to deal with. If you've got a steady hand, and you know what cables to cut, you've got to do it just right.
What's going on here? What do you
That sounded
think
like
that was?
broken glass.
I'll just have a look. Hello? Did you hear that?
For real? Okay, well, you just straight up took a dart to the stomach and... I mean, okay. Well, that takes care of that. Let me just unlatch this gate real quick. Normally it takes him out. It must have hit him in the helmet or something. Let's see here. Do-do-do.
This dentistry model reminds me of the Overseer masks in Morley.
Interesting. I didn't know that Emily had been to Morley, canonically. So this is the dentist's office. And once we go through here... Oh, there's a corpse, probably. Corpse or a hive. I think it's a corpse. Okay, I can go under here. Okay. So, this is where we try and make the magic happen.
Of the everyman. Given that each crime was witnessed or later verified by sworn and faithful overseers in good standing, no trial is required. For theft of food, for hindering a sworn overseer of the abbey in his duties, death.
That's not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was possession. And...
What's going on here? Wait, this isn't...
And we're just gonna put a happy little spring razor right there. Oh, did I put it on the wall? Okay, cool. I suppose that works. Y'all just have the worst luck.
My eyes!
Well, you don't gotta worry about your eyes anymore. Anyways. What you didn't know is that this person is half cow and actually had multiple stomachs. You see, that was my decoy stomach. You see, it gets him every time. Classic blunder. You know, I really gotta figure out the way to reliably save those people. Because either they'll, like, manage to... They'll get away and then they'll throw a grenade at them, or they'll be too close to the grenade blast, or something will happen. And it's just kind of like, it's real hard to actually have it go down the way that you want it to. Especially since, like, when you get out of the body, it goes, like, you kind of kick it towards the next person, which is always kind of imprecise. Okay. You having a hard time there, pal? You all good? Okay. So, that is an interesting dilemma. How about...
No!
There we go. Oh, interesting.
What? Somebody's not feeling well.
I mean, a stabbing will usually do that to you. Yeah, that's interesting. So the only way for me to get a kill that does not immediately have the body disappear, at least so far, appears to be to have my doppelganger do it. Which is interesting information that I will probably put to use next time. But speaking of next time, we are just about at 8:30 or so. So we are going to probably call it for this evening. So let me pop us over to IRL for a moment. So, thanks to everyone who came by. Thanks to everyone who decided to come by, visit, hang out, as we continue to explore our way through Dishonored 2. I'm excited for the possibilities that Missions Plus mode will open up for us in terms of just being able to streamline everything, and to get to try out maybe some more trick shots and things like that, as well as just generally getting to talk about cool lore type things. I hope that everybody has a lovely weekend. As the quick reminder, if you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, is that next week I will be participating in the charity Dead by Daylight tournament, hosted by the inimitable Burrito, who decided to join us and visit us tonight. So the usual times for streams will be kind of replaced by those. So keep it locked, and I will have some more kind of specific updates in terms of the dates and times that you can catch me on those. But absolutely check those out. It's supporting an excellent cause. There are some other awesome people who are also going to be on my team, on other people's teams, and generally, if you enjoy watching me blunder about in games that I have little experience playing, then that may be something that you want to check out. But yeah, until next time, I hope y'all have a lovely evening, and I believe let's just hop over to Twitch and see who's doing cool things right now, and we're gonna see who we should visit. Let's check out, you know what? Zombie Kills looks like she's doing some Fall Guys stuff, so I think that we're gonna go hang out with Zombie tonight. And have some fun Jelly Bean multiplayer stuff. So, if you enjoyed your time here, we hope to see you again soon, and we hope that you have a lovely weekend, and we will see you on Monday. Have a good night, everybody.